Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Veronica and I'm a big lover of makeup, so if you want to see more reviews, looks and more fun videos, don't forget to subscribe. Today we are following Lady Gaga's makeup hacks, so if you are curious about that, please keep on watching. Good morning, today we are gonna follow Lady Gaga's makeup hacks and I'm very excited. I watched this video twice and it's entertaining and I love Lady Gaga, she's an icon. And now I want to just follow this makeup tutorial and hacks. I already have brows on and I did them pretty boldly and pretty dark because she in the video has pretty dark eyebrows and they are already done. And then I put a bit of this Essence Hello Good Stuff on my skin because she had pretty glowy skin starting. I want to mention as well that I didn't try House Labs and that is because it's not available at our Sephora. So I'm gonna use these hacks and these steps with my own products. So she's starting with concealer. I'm gonna use a Huda Beauty for filter concealer and she's putting this everywhere. She's starting with the under eyes, something like this, and then she puts it everywhere where she has redness. So that is the cheeks for me, a bit on my nose. I have a pimple in here, a bit like this, and then she says that she's highlighting as well with this, so I'm gonna put a bit more on the forehead, and I think that should be it for me right now. And then she is using a brush that is an angle brush. I don't have that for concealer, so I'm gonna use a random brush and I'm gonna just blend this, and I will use a bit the sponge as well if needed. And then she's taking her fingers and doing this, so sure I never do something like this, but I'm gonna blend a bit with my fingers as well. Next she's using the foundation from House Labs. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match, and she's putting a bit on the back of her hand and then using a brush, so I'm gonna do the same and just putting it on top of the concealer. So this will give a pretty good amount of coverage, so I'm gonna just do that and blend it on top. It's very strange for me to do foundation when I already have brows done, but I'm trying my best to follow it. And then she's putting a bit of foundation on her eyelids as well. Okay, next she's putting some foundation on her body as well. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want foundation on my body. And then she's using bronzer. I'm gonna use some Benefit. And it's strange that she's not setting anything, but she's using something like a powder. She says that the formula is like a gel powder, but still a powder. So let's see. I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer and the Sigma F36 just here and a straight line like this. So let's just do that. She is creating like a shadow a bit like this. I'm not doing bronzer like this anymore because right now it's a bit more popular to do a bronzer and blush and everything a bit higher just to lift everything, but this will create some really strong cheekbones. And then she said that she's going ham, so I'm gonna put some bronzer on my neck as well. She's putting more on the cheeks, a bit higher as well, so I'm gonna do that. Next she's putting a bit of white foundation in here to highlight. I don't have a white foundation, so I'm gonna skip that, but then she mixes the white foundation with a blush. Again, I don't have the white foundation, so I'm gonna use just the one that I have on my face, and I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty in the shade Taupe. So let's mix a bit of this, and she is using her fingers and putting the product on the cheeks. this seems to be pretty close. And she's putting it right here. Next, she's taking a highlighter. I'm gonna use the Ofra Pillow Talk. And then she's using her finger again, which is, I never did this, so let's see. I'm gonna just have a small amount of product, putting it on the cheeks and a bit on the nose as well, so let's do a bit of that, and on the brow bone and Cupid's bow. Next, she's taking another shade of the highlighter, and it is like a pinky shade, so pinky peachy shade. So I'm gonna take the vitamin C from Pixi, and she's using it as blush, so I'm gonna do the same and just putting it right here. She's highlighting her Cupid's bow, which I really like, so I'm gonna do that as well. And her shoulders. Next, she's using some eye paints. I don't have that, so I'm gonna prime my eyes as normal. Fluffy brush to blend this out. So I'm gonna do the same. And then she's actually taking bronzer and putting it into the crease with the same brush, so let's do that as well. I'm taking back my Hoola bronzer and blending it right in the crease. After bronzer, she's taking another eye paint, a darker brown. I don't have something like that, so I'm gonna use this one. This is a cream to powder from Natasha Denona, so it should be pretty creamy and easy to blend with, and she's using her finger, so let's do that as well. And then she's using something shimmery like this, but with a fluffy brush. It is actually the highlighter, but I don't have that, so I'm gonna just use a shadow like this and apply it with a fluffy brush and just apply it mostly on the edges in here. And then she's using a shimmery shade, so I'm gonna use this one with my finger just a bit in here. Cleaning up with the concealer, so I'm gonna put 2 lines like that and then create the shape that I want, so let's do that as well. Something like this. Then she's using a brown liner and creating a wing as well, and taking a brush to blend it, and as well in the waterline. And she's creating as well the tear in here in the inner part, so I'm gonna do that as well. Okay, so I put some mascara on and I look very creasy and very glowy. She maybe has a dry skin, because this will slide very fast from my face. In like 2 hours this would not be on my face. So after mascara, she is doing finally powder. I'm gonna put just a bit on the under eyes with my sponge after the face like this, because the concealer will just fly away. So I'm gonna just put like her with a fluffy brush, some loose powder like this, and then I'm gonna take my sponge and put a bit on the under eye. Okay, and lastly, let's do lips. I'm gonna use the same liner because she's using the eyeliner. Mine is a bit reddish compared to hers, but it's okay. And then she's using the lacquer from House Labs. I'm gonna use the vinyl ink from Maybelline. Mine is a bit too rosy, I feel like, but again, it's okay. And that should be it. Let me take this from my hair. And this is the final look. So let me assess the situation a bit. I have too much concealer on, first of all. Maybe her concealer is a lot creamier, and she maybe has dry skin, because my skin looks a bit glowy in some areas that I don't like it to be glowy. But I like the heck with the eyeliner as lip liner, and I like the eyes. They are pretty nice. What else? The blush as well, stunning. By mixing it with foundation, it is creating a bit more toned down shade and you are not losing any coverage. And yeah, so overall I think that I would like for my base to be a lot more glowier when I'm starting something like this. I used a bit of the Hello Good stuff, at least, but I would have just used a lot of that product or a lot of cream or something before doing this, and then doing the concealer, because my face looks glowy but it feels a bit dry. So, and if you want a very natural highlighter, I think this is a really nice application. So this was the video. If you like it and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.